Good morning, and welcome to World Cup Daily from Stoppage Time News. Everything you missed overnight, in one sitting. Coming up, Ousmane Dembele tears Norway apart with a first-half hat-trick to send France top of their group. Iran are left heartbroken as a stoppage-time winner is chalked off by VAR, and Egypt edge through. And Cape Verde's fairy tale rolls on. The islanders booking a last 32 date with Argentina. England are through, too. It's Saturday the 27th of June. Let's get into it. Arthur here with everything that happened overnight, as the final group games came thick and fast. We begin in Boston, where France were imperious. Ousmane Dembele scored a stunning hat-trick inside the opening 32 minutes, one of them the finish to a 17-pass move involving the entire outfield. As France beat a much-changed Norway 4-1 to top Group I. Norway rested Erling Haaland, and it showed. Senegal, meanwhile, kept their own hopes alive in style, thrashing 10-man Iraq 5-0 in Toronto. Iliman and Ndiaye and Ismail Assar each scored and set one up, and substitute Pape Gueye struck a sensational long-range double, a result that later confirmed Senegal as one of the best third-placed sides. In Group G, Belgium finally clicked, beating New Zealand 5-1 in Vancouver to win the group on goal difference. Leandro Trossard helping himself to a double and Kevin De Bruyne scoring his first goal of this World Cup. New Zealand are out, and Belgium edged out Egypt, who drew 1-1 with Iran in a night of high drama we'll come to shortly. And in Group H, Spain beat Uruguay 1-0, a Fernando Mauro error gifting Alex Baena the winner and dumping Marcelo Bielsa's 10-man side out. That result confirmed England's place in the last 32, while Cape Verde drew 0-0 with Saudi Arabia to go through on their tournament debut. The BBC, Sky Sports and The Guardian carry all of the overnight action. Now to our story of the day, and it is a tale of heartbreak in Seattle. Iran thought they had done it, deep into stoppage time, against an Egypt side needing only a point. The 37-year-old Shoja Khalilzadeh bundled the ball home for what looked like a famous 93rd minute winner. Cue delirium on the Iran bench. And then, two words from the Polish referee Szymon Marciniak. After review, the goal was ruled out for offside by VAR. Moments earlier, Iran had also rattled the crossbar. The match finished 1-1. Egypt's point was enough to send them through and to set up a last 32 meeting with Australia. Iran, as Sky Sports put it, inched right up to a famous win and a place in the group's top two, only to be denied at the very last. They are not out yet. A first ever passage to the World Cup knockout stages is still, just about, alive, but they can only qualify now as one of the best third-placed teams, and they must wait on results elsewhere, possibly into Sunday. For a side that has carried so much off the pitch at this tournament, it was a desperately cruel way to be left hanging. Kate, what's moving on the wire?
Thanks, Arthur. Plenty to get to this morning, and the usual reminder before we start. These are reports and rumours doing the rounds, not done deals. We begin at Arsenal, where the BBC say the Gunners are poised to make an offer for Newcastle's Bruno Guimaraes after exploratory talks, with the Brazilian's teammate Sandro Tonali also of interest. Newcastle, though, are digging their heels in. The Standard and talkSPORT report the Magpies have effectively warned Arsenal off, and may need Guimaraes himself to push for any move. Newcastle are busy on their own account, too, with the BBC adding Borussia Dortmund's Felix Nmecha to their midfield shortlist. Down in West London, the BBC report Brentford have opened talks to sign the Burnley forward Jadon Anthony. There's a managerial line out of Wales, where the BBC say Craig Bellamy is expected to stay on as head coach after his proposed move to Burnley collapsed. The Football Association of Wales chief executive expecting him to remain in charge. And a nice footnote from the non-league game. The BBC report that the former West Ham defender Anton Ferdinand has taken his first coaching role, joining National League side Hornchurch. Nothing among the big deals is signed, and nothing is sealed, but the window is open, and the noise is only getting louder. Quick hits, then, before I hand back. First, the night's feel-good story, Cape Verde, a nation of around 525,000 people, a cluster of islands off the coast of West Africa, have reached the knockout stages of a World Cup on their tournament debut. A third draw of the group stage, 0-0 with Saudi Arabia, sealed second place in the group, sparked tears and jubilation among Bubista's players and their supporters, and earned them a last 32 tie with Lionel Messi's Argentina. The BBC and Sky Sports call it a genuine fairy tale. Less happily for Spain, the BBC report the winger Yeremy Pino may miss the rest of the tournament with a suspected broken collarbone. There was a sad ending elsewhere, too. Uruguay's group stage exit brings down the curtain on Marcelo Bielsa's reign, the BBC examining what went wrong in a spell they describe as having turned toxic. And a word for Scotland, who are clinging on by their fingertips. The BBC put their chances of reaching the last 32 as a best third-placed side at just 0.42%. And Steve Clarke's side may not learn their fate until the early hours of Sunday. Back to you, Arthur.
So, what's next? Attention turns to England, who reached the last 32 overnight without kicking a ball and who close their group against Panama later today. Thomas Tuchel says Bukayo Saka is free of pain and ready to start, though Reece James misses out through injury, with Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson available. The shape of the round of 32 is filling in nicely. The United States will face Bosnia and Herzegovina, Egypt meet Australia, and Cape Verde have that glamour tie with Argentina. Spare a thought, once more, for Scotland, still waiting on the maths. We'll have shorts through the day, and we're back here tomorrow morning with everything you missed. Stoppage time news, before the final whistle.